Alan, great to see you today, and thank you very much for the time. We're here today to talk about sustainability, but first of all, I know it's great to be a member of the GTMA, but please tell us a little bit more about the GTMA, what you do.
Well, thanks for an opportunity to actually talk to you. We're here at an excellent trade show today, and I think this demonstrates many of the things that we need to talk about around sustainability and supply chains. The GTMA have been in existence since the 1940s. We've got over 300 members in the UK, all manufacturing businesses, and our prime occupation is to join together to make and to help supply chains grow.
Absolutely. And I guess that word sustainability, even along the members, first of all rings up that bell, the environment, which as we know is the top of everybody's list. We've got COP26 going ahead at the moment, and it's critical. We've got to reduce our carbon footprint and to get these carbon net zeros. It's a big subject, but really when we look at it, sustainability isn't just about that, as we know, because when we're talking about it, we're talking also about the economy and how does machining and that type of thing get affected by all this talk on environment when we've got the economy, how we can grow innovation, we can grow in manufacturing, and we can also grow people into that gap. So I guess it's a bit like what we call in our sustainability, it's like a sustainability wheel. So how would you say we can balance that out? How, with your members, how would that equate to you guys?
Well, I think it's very important in a commercial context that we recognise sustainability is the ability to keep going. And for a business to adopt wholesale environmental improvements can be negative in terms of sustaining the business.
Yeah.
So what has to happen going forwards is businesses have to adopt best practice, be that commercially and financially, be that environmentally, and bringing together the best practices in business will actually deliver the right solution. We need resilient supply chains, we need responsive manufacturing, and if we close down manufacturing, we can have a zero carbon footprint. That is not sustainability.
No, exactly. And I think as we talk about, innovation, machining technology, and how SMEs and a lot of our members, a lot of your members, I guess, can actually evolve with sustainability. It could be investment, which is a frightening word sometimes.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean that we have to go down to a complete whole new sustainability program or environmental program to achieve some of these goals. There's lots of stuff that can be done in kind of, I guess, bite-sized chunks to start getting towards these goals that we're trying to achieve, I guess.
I think it's also very important we recognise you don't do it alone.
Yeah.
The effect any business has on the environment and the ability to be sustainable depends on integration of other businesses. Many of our members are supply chain companies, many are SMEs.
Yep.
They rely on people above them and below them.
Yeah.
So unless you join with those companies and you have initiatives which actually draw on the best practice of those companies, you're not going to have a truly sustainable environment.
Absolutely. I think the community word, collaboration is key with this, and it's something we really feel passionate about. Obviously, as a company, we save oil and coolant. It's a small slice in the whole pie of sustainability, and it's getting the community of companies, end users, technical partners to show what it's about in words of how we can improve some of these areas. And it doesn't necessarily mean switching off, as you say, everything. It's about improving. It's about improving not only machining techniques, lightweightness of products, it's also about people. Young people coming into manufacturing, training them up, showing them how exciting it's because surely that engineering is going to be the problem solver of actually the bigger problem of getting our carbon net zero down.
I think engineering has always struggled with its outward-facing persona.
Yeah.
We know engineering to be exciting. We know some areas of engineering are super in terms of innovation. There are some other processes which are mundane. It's the nature of the industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have to adopt these agendas. We have to take the environmental issue so seriously because that will help sustain the businesses. We have to adopt best practices and make sure that the people supplying into a company adopt those same best practices. Then we push the whole business forwards and we evolve into a much more resilient and sustainable environment for manufacturing.
And I guess the supply chain, as you're going to see from the key OEMs all the way from the primes downwards, they're going to start I guess, demanding sustainability throughout the supply chain. So it's important that we are on this. A lot of companies are already doing a lot on this anyway, they don't realise, but also have ability to have somewhere they can go and get this kind of information. And particularly while we're building the sustainability platform, is to get all the information from end users as case studies through to technical partners, through to associations, and also through business leaders in the industry. There's a whole host, and I guess that's why it seems a bit of a minefield out there. If for instance, it's hard enough for companies, subcontractors, to keep doing everything they're doing, plus investing, growing, getting people involved. So getting that kind of information easily in a community is going to be really key, isn't it, for the future?
I would applaud any platform that enables people to access information about what they could do and how could they do it and who do they need to talk to. Because those three questions are absolutely key here. There are businesses who are doing really good things and not recognising the positive effect of that. There are businesses who want to do good things that don't know what to do. There's a plethora of information out there. How do you disseminate what you can do quickly, easily? What can you do that can be sustained? So it's not a win today and a loss tomorrow. And I think that a working platform that's organic, that can flag up the best in practice, some simple wins that companies can have. And by wins, I mean commercial wins that help their business go forward, allied to environmental gains, allied to aligning themselves within the supply chain. That's a win.
And getting that balance around the three things is critical. Regards to people as well, coming into the industry, it's ever so important. All areas, unfortunately, engineering still got that little bit of a name for, being male predominant, but we've got to change that. There's so much experience and people that can help, but we've got to get them excited for engineering as well. So, and innovation, and all these balancing these areas with the manufacturing is surely the balance between getting to that goal and getting them into sustainability goals, and that's, to me, how I see sustainability.
You're right, of course. It's about doing it, but it's about talking about it as well.
Absolutely.
It's about putting it up there as a banner and showing people what it actually means. Let's get the best practice talked about. Let's get people announcing what they're managing to achieve. Then we generate a Me Too, then we get more companies on board, and then we have a real impetus and some real drag.
Absolutely, and as we grow the facility with yourselves as well, on board, which is fabulous, and I only believe it'll only grow now and get people interested. If there is something you could sum up with, a word, or it's hard to do it in one word, I know. As I always say one word, but if there is something we finish off, what would you say that wraps up sustainability at the moment, or something going forward?
I think the most important thing that's backing it up is integration. You don't do it alone. The net effect of what you do is felt by so many other companies, businesses, environments. So integration is absolutely crucial. Visibility of what you're doing, and what happens upstream and downstream from what you're doing, and then talking about it. I mentioned earlier, just publicising what's going on, raising it in the consciousness. It's not just about environmental, that's a key part of sustainability, but it's about the commercial strength going forwards.
Absolutely, and we're doing so many great things there in innovation. In the UK particularly, we've got some fabulous sites, investing multi-million pounds in investment in production that's going to help the environment by making things better, faster, quicker, and also making it quite exciting for people to get into as well.
I think so. New materials, right across the board, be they solids, liquids, lubricants, coolants, manufactured products. We've got these exciting new materials. We can use them in different ways. We can make products lighter. That's going to make things more efficient as well.
And I think when young people come into this, they want to see that. They want to say, well, why do I want to get into a big heavy metal machining? It isn't about that. It's kind of, how we're making things lighter, better, quicker, faster, and lightweight. Actually, it's going to be related to the environment at the end of the day.
And I think it's also important that we push forward the agenda of reuse.
Absolutely.
Recycling and reuse come hand in hand. You can do one, you can do both. But I think the reuse of products is absolutely vital going forward.
I think we're going to see a whole load of that. So, great. Thank you very much, Alan, for your time today. It's been great talking about it. And look forward to working with you more on it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Cheers, Alan.